is, oh yeah. Hello, welcome, chap. Chap? Chap. Welcome, chat. Welcome. Welcome to the blueprints. Hold on, come on. Lights. I always forget to do the lights. So tired lately. We'll go with that. That's better. Better blue. Better blue color. Make sure we're live. Give everyone a chance to join up before we do anything. All right, welcome. Get that. Bring that up. Hey, we're live. Good. Ba ba ba. Oh, it's a little laggy. Take my face away for a second. Welcome, chat. Give everyone a chance to join up. I'm gonna let the little intro play if it plays in the back, just for to kind of show off the game a little bit. But welcome everyone. Welcome to Blueprints, a special little roguelike type game. It's not the normal type of roguelike that most people are used to, where it's mostly like bullet hells, bullet heaven types, where it's all about the shooties and the bang bangs and the slicey slice, or what, depending on which type which one we're talking about. There's all kinds of different ones, from Hades to just crazy top-down shooters like vampires, survivors, just ridiculous amount of stuff on the screen. But that's not what this is. That's none of that. Like this game is none of those. Not even close. The only thing it shares, technically, in common with those games is the fact that it does have a roguelike mechanic where it's about runs. Like, you have to make a certain amount of progress in each of your runs to try to get through it as fast as possible within a certain amount of time limit. Now, I do think if you do not meet this time limit, the background theme is playing. I do think you have to fully start over. That I didn't spoil that, so that I'm not sure. But I do know day by day we'll get more and more chances if we screw up, if we're not being efficient with the creation of manner, which you will see soon. What I mean by that, it's all about the rooms, chat. If you've ever or if you've ever seen a blueprint for a house, it's all about, you know, the design and the efficiency and the secret rooms. No. But seriously though, it's all about organization and management of resources and space, which you'll see what I mean very soon. What that means is if you corner yourself in a certain with your build, you will have to end your day, which you'll see soon, and that will force you to have maybe not get as much as you needed to. You come short up on a puzzle that you come across, may not be able to finish it, and that wastes a day because you didn't happen to get the right item, or couldn't solve it, or things like that. But welcome, Wizard. Yo, big like guy share. Oh, thank you, Wizard. Thank you. Yeah, welcome to Blueprints. We're gonna be doing the beginnings part of this. But I guess another explanation in this game is also a mystery game about our mysterious past and inheritance from, I don't know, I think it's our father or grandfather who has given us this mansion. Which this mansion is very special. Like I said, once we start up, I'll talk more about it, but I want to let the story also tell its little secrets. which we will start here in a minute. I want to give everyone a chance to join up, let the intro play, let the credits play. This is a really good game. That's why I wanted to give it a quick shout out. I don't know if we'll do a full series, but this game is definitely amazing. And if you like puzzle games, but you also like roguelike games, it's a good mixture of the two. And it blends it well. So, it blends it well. It's a new game. It's cool. Oh yeah, this is a brand new game. This has been out on PC as well. There's been a lot of people playing this game. But all right, I think it's been long enough. Hold on, my ear is itching me a little bit. All right, let's get in here. I know there's also a hidden like deeper mystery, and this is why I like stories like these, and why I delve so deep into things like Resident Evil and their background stories and stuff. There's something bigger going on with what you're going to notice as we go through. And I actually think there's, as most games like these are, there's going to be a little bit of a twist or something we're not expecting. And you'll notice it, and remember this game is called The Blueprints. When we get to a certain point, if we get to see that in today's episode, there's a certain book I saw. I saw the very beginning of this game, but I haven't spoiled much. There's a very special book that we're going to find that kind of shows something interesting already about this story.
I, Herbert S. Sinclair of the Mount Holly Estate at Reddington, do publish and declare this instrument my last will and testament, and hereby revoke all wills and codicils heretofore made by me. I give and bequeath to my grandnephew, Simon P. Jones, son of my dear niece, Mary Matthew, all of my right, title, and interest in and to the house and land which I own near Mount Holly. The above provision and bequest is contingent on my aforementioned grandnephew discovering
welcome,
the
welcome,
location
Farseer.
of the 46th
Saw an
room
RTS on my
of
radar. Okay.
45 from
You
the state.
have to tell us after the
The
cutscene. You have to tell me
location
what
of
it
the
is.
room has been kept a
There's
secret
a lot of
from
RTSs on
all
my radar,
staff
technically,
and
bro.
servants of the manor, but I am confident that any heir worthy of the Sinclair legacy should have no trouble uncovering its whereabouts within a timely manner.
Notice
Should my
timely manner.
grandnephew fail to uncover this room or provide proof of his discovery to the executors of my will, then this gift shall lapse. In witness whereof I have hereunto set my hand this 18th day of March, 1993. Herbert S. Sinclair.
Herbert S. Sinclair. I'll check it. I'll definitely check it out. Dust Front. Okay. Okay, we in it. We in it, chat. Oh my god, that is a really turn. That is a really slow. Hold on. Yeah, no, holy crap. We need more than that. Hey, hold on one second, Chad. Let me turn on my controls. That actually seems decent for my control set. My standard one. Yeah, it's okay. Cause room. Okay. What was that other part? Soft toggle or hold? Stroll. Is that like run? Everything else seems okay. I could do more field of view, but I think it's okay. I like to look around. Alright. Okay. So, welcome to Blueprints chat. That's much better. This game is a, how should I put it? Very puzzly like mystery game that's a roguelike based on building rooms, which we'll get to soon. Open only in the event of my death. Simon, welcome to Mount Holly. You may not remember, but I have fond memories of your many visits here as a young boy, and I hope these rooms provide you with as much amusement as they did in those lost summer days. By the time you read this, I will assume you are fully aware of my last wishes and all of the details of the bequest. The bequest? Yeah, the bequest. Please do not mistake my intentions in giving you a challenge as a lack of confidence. I assure you nothing could have been further from my mind when I chose you as my heir. With that said, there are a few ground rules of this commission, covered in the fine print of my will, that I feel I should bring to your attention. No tools or items may be brought onto the estate from the outside. Tools and items found on the estate may not be taken off the estate. You may not stay overnight. So the irony is, which will probably waste of just to show this game off a little bit. We're actually going to go outside first because outside is also technically rooms, but it's a little different. And there's a bunch of stuff out there we need to explore and show off, and to show where we're technically staying right now nearby, since we're not allowed to stay in the house. I don't suspect that any of these an impen- impediment for someone as resourceful as yourself. But it is very important to me that you start fresh each morning and not rely on the successes of the previous day. That's important to know what that's telling you. That's telling you about how the game works. Each day, you notice at the top we have 50 steps. That's how many rooms we can go into if we do it right. Some rooms cost more steps and do things like that. Um, and if we run out of steps, we automatically end the day. And then there's also other things you want to try to save steps for to maybe come back and do things. The puzzle is just as much mid maxing your distancing in your room and your, like I said, your spacing, as it is solving the puzzles that you're going to come across. One final word of advice: do not assume the rooms you find today will be the same rooms you find tomorrow. These grounds have provided me a home for the last half century, and even I am uncertain of which rooms lie beyond any particular door. Your grandmother used to say, don't go where the path leads. Abandon the path and go where you want it to lead. Mm. With all my love and wishes, best of luck. Herbert S. Sinclair. So yeah. So we've been basically given this estate. What is this? There's something here. Searching the here we go. This is about the steps. This is also how the tutorials are done. They're done with these little notes around the room, which is really cool. There's also something special about these notes later. When we get a certain item, you'll notice on one of these notes later. The game does a good job at hiding stuff within stuff. I mean, even that, you see that call it a day, how it's in blue? There's a reason for that too. I'm imagining. I haven't figured out. I've got a loose already, without spoiling it, just from seeing the beginning of this game, a loose concept of a theory of what might be going on. But okay, let's read this. Each time you enter a room, you will lose one step. When you no longer have any steps left, you will be too tired to continue. Searching the manor and must call it a day. Yeah, that's all that one says. That's really pretty straightforward. But let's go outside. Oh yeah, that is roll. That is the run. Nothing else in here. Let's go. So this you're in a note 49. So this is also a room outside, technically. Yeah. See, these are the room directories that we've seen so far, but no point looking at that right now. So there's this over here, but that's locked. Okay. I can't remember if there's an actual map. I don't think there is. Wow, there's a touchpad. You can use a touchpad. Hold on, let me see what the buttons were again. Blueprint menu, room directory, stroll, system menu. So blueprint directory is R2. Yeah, we can't do that in here. Okay, we're out here. Something tells me. Is it what's up, y'all? I was just playing this game. It's a lot of fun. Haven't reached the end room yet. Remember to pick the map up. It's in the starting room on the table. It's I'll have to come back and get it. Let's explore outside first. If it's in that first room, we haven't gone any further yet. Let's go down this way first, because this is gonna eat up our room steps as well. Going down here. So this is still 49. This is locked up, so we can't go in there. It's one of those games that being observant and kind of looking at everything is really important. Whoa. Okay. Also, note that. You see how there's these tons of chasms in this? My theory is that there is a theory I already have about this house. Also, I want to point something else I have about a theory already. Doesn't this mountain look a little familiar, Jet? You'll see what I mean when we get further in. I just have a distinct feeling. Hello, bird bath, birdie birds. Oh my goodness. It's also a very tall mountain. It's the altitude to run. Yeah, I know. I'm just kind of taking it leisurely right now. Ooh. Ooh. Can't see shit down here. I don't think I'm meant to be down here yet. Can I light this? I don't think we're meant to be down here yet. Doesn't look like I could do anything with this. We'll come back to that. Like I said, there's a lot of stuff you end up having to retrace your steps on. That's why kind of getting the lay of the land on the first day is kind of good. Plus, I want to show off how beautiful this game is. Is there nowhere else to go down there? No. So we need. So there's not much down here. This is all considered one big area, so we need to head back up and head the other way. Now we'll run. So now let's head this way. So that's 48. Another door. That one's bolted. It's a metal door. This is a gate also sealed. A lot of bird baths everywhere, like indiscriminately everywhere. Like that's a lot. Birds and being a bird watcher is one thing, and you like birds because we have a bird bath and we have a lot of bird seed we put up. It's like there's like bird baths everywhere, which once again that plays into something I already kind of have a theory about. This game has a very big good beginning because it sets up for a very good mystery that it makes you want to get into. Ah, the campsite. Due to the rules set forth for in your great uncle's will, it's our uncle. You are not allowed to stay on the estate overnight. Luckily, however, your scouting skills have been put to good use to fabricate a very respectable off-site sleeping quarters. You may call it a day at any time from the blueprint menu. This can be accessed from by picking up the blueprint in the entrance hall. Yeah. Also, yeah, see, bird bath, blue birds. There's a blue bird in there. I don't like this touchpad thing. Is there a way to turn that off? Hold on. I don't see that. Is that what that is? Hold on. Nope, that didn't do that, so. That ain't it. That's annoying. So, oh well. It's fine. Just have to be careful not to hit it. It's not like it's one of those you gotta run really fast games, but I just realized I used another step. This is its own room over here. Okay, then there's some sort of orchard back here with some cast iron pipe ovens? Wait a minute. That's going into here. There's a sealed door over there from what I saw. My hair is messing with me today. So there's a code for that. We clearly don't know that code. Too early. So this is gonna use another room, I assume. We'll probably end up around 45, 44. Just kind of wandering around here. So this leads into that. So those little chimney things seem like they're connected to whatever this large building is. Okay. Let's head back towards the house. I think we've seen enough out here right now. Oops, hit the touchpad. Nothing. Just seemed like that bush was a bit particular. Alright, let's head back up. Yep, 46. It'll be 45 because I'll have to enter the house. Nope, 44. It's about what I expected. Alright, let's get the blueprint. Time for the main portion. Alright, the Mount Holly blueprint. This will serve as a useful map and inventory log during your adventure. You may access the blueprint by pressing R2. So here we go. So, alright, the antechamber. That room over there, chat, is we have to figure out the puzzle and the way to get to that. Now, it's not just get rooms far enough across the place to get over there. That's not just the goal. You have to figure out how to open it, too. And that's what the main mystery and puzzle kind of is. And there's all kinds of puzzles hidden in the rooms. Different things in different rooms give you different benefits. Some give you more steps, some take steps away. Some use coins, some use diamonds to do certain things. And then there's like even more crazier stuff later on. This game gets real deep real fast. So, all right, this is how this works. We can go in any of these three directions. You see an entrance, a door in the entrance hall. So the entrance hall has three different directions we can go. So depending on which way we go, we have to be very like strategic with what room we decide to put there. So let's go this way first. So we get three choices. So going this direction, we do not want something with a room to the left. It will be blocked off. So that means something like this bedroom's actually pretty good, but or actually better yet, this hallway. So I'm gonna do this and show you what it did. So you see how that connected, and now there's two entrances off that way. I can go up, or I can create a dead end down in the bottom left corner. Top tip is push R2 when you pick a door to see the map before you. Yeah, exactly. Jam King is right. Always check your map before you make your next decision. So what you kind of know what, since it is random, this game is a bit of RNG as well. That's where the roguelite part comes in. Is check your map so you at least kind of know. So, for instance, that corner piece, let's say we went straight ahead in this hallway and did not turn right and went to that corner. We can either do two things there. Since it's a corner, we can either make a corner piece that turns right, or we can make a dead end since we won't need to necessarily turn right if we make sure we still do one on the left side up above the hallway, meaning make a turn left or another split. It gets really crazy on how you have to min-max these rooms, and you only technically get 3 rooms per roll. Now once again, there's ways to get re-rolls, items that will help you change how re-rolls happen. I think there's ways to like cascade on different types of colors of rooms and make combos on top of one another. It gets insane. So let's go straight across and see if we can get either a dead end or a right turn. But there is also another thing. When you go into each of these rooms, even if it doesn't say, I'll show you an example when one has it on it. Even if it says there's nothing in here, check it. Because there's probably a puzzle hint or a piece of paper that may give you a hint towards the story. So, because I've already seen the beginning and I know what the hallway has, this for instance. Doors in the west wing are more likely to be locked. Now, I'm not going to spoil something. I'm going to wait till if we make it that far. There's a room you get in the game that tells you that certain colors say certain things and may or may not be a lie or a truth. Basically, could this be telling us a lie? I'm not going to spoil what that is or what that means yet, but because we don't until we get that room. I've seen just a little bit of the beginning of this game. Uh, but yeah, so according to this, West Wing doors are more likely to be locked. And that will always be here in this hallway for you to read. So let's go this way. So yeah, alright. So this was a bit of a boof. So we can either reds are kind of useless. I sometimes reds can have like, and there's a reason for this too. Sometimes reds can have lore stuff in them, but I've never seen them have too much importance. So here, playing early, we could do two things here. We could get a parlor so we can turn right. That puzzle thing means there's a puzzle in this room. It means that there's a puzzle we have to complete in order to try to get something out of it. That this is a dead end room, but this will give us 10 of our steps back. So if we did this, we actually could get back to maximum of 50 steps that we basically wasted outside to be able to continue our journey as much as possible. Because not just you have to manage how many steps you have and what type of room corners and spacing that you create. I think in this case, though, I want to kind of get a puzzle piece early and kind of test out some puzzles and see what it's like. So we're going to go with the parlor because it will turn right so it still can move up. Because red is very, 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 very special in this game, and so is blue. It's called blueprints, but you're gonna notice something special. Oh yeah, I think I've seen this puzzle. I don't know the solution because it's random every time, but we're still gonna read it. It's actually a puzzle I've done before in a different game. But let's read this. Dear Mr. Herbert, it was a great honor receiving the invitation to dine at your estate with the old hams with the old hams this past Thursday. If I'm being frank, it had been quite a while since we had been seen in decent society, and we were beginning to worry that my wife's wit had lost its charm. I have no delusions that my company is rival to hers. If I can refresh your memory, we both spent much of the evening discussing our mutual love for games and puzzles, and I had mentioned to you a rather singular parlor game I had played some years back involving three boxes of different colors. You had pressed me to write with the particulars of this game when I found the time, and I have included with this letter all the details you will need to share this with guests, uh, should you be inclined to play this confounding game. Always your friend. Okay. This is something, a trope that's been in other games too with a puzzle like this. I always end up screwing this up because I end up kind of getting confused on the latter one, which you'll see in a minute. So there will always be at least one box which displays only true statements. So there will always be a box that tells us the truth, so you see what's happening here. There will always be a box that lies to us, and there will always be a box, and only one box has a prize within the other two. Within, and only one box has a prize within. The other two are always empty. All right, so let's pick this up. Wind up key, a component of the parlor game. So before we do that, let's look around the room because there's also usually hidden puzzles, and sometimes there'll be hints to the stuff inside the room. Not always. I think the hint that this puzzle's in a different room because there's also rooms you can get lucky. This is where the RNG plays in, right? If I had totally avoided this room and came back to it later, I might get lucky and actually find the room that gives me a secret little solution to this game and kind of hints to what the true box actually always is. So this box says the black box contains gems. This box and the blue box are empty. All three boxes are empty. So this is the false one. So this one is not true. This box and the blue box are empty. The black box contains gems. So, okay, if we know this one's false, this one's true. This one's giving us a blank statement, this box in the blue. So that means the gems are in here. So hopefully I did that right. Hey! Hey! See, like I said, I've done that. I've done that puzzle in a different game before. Nice. Okay. So we got the solution to that puzzle. So, okay. So we can start multiple choices now. So we can go up, but then it's going to really limit our choices to we either need a split that goes up and to the right of some sort. This is where the mid-maxing comes in. Or we could take a loss, block that score off with a dead end. So what I think I'm going to do is go the other way now. And we're going to go see what happens on the other end. So we're going to go this way. So we have to either go straight or left. So spare room's not too good. Ooh. See, here comes the interesting thing. See, it didn't give us a good split. So we can either go straight to the end and create a dead end and go around all these and create back rooms, pun intended. Or we can get a key in the nook, turn left now, and then go back, try to swoop back around on the other end. We can get 2 free items if we force a closet here right now, but that's going to cause way pathing issues, having to go around the long way a ton. So our best bet is either go straight then dead end or go left and just blump this whole bottom line off completely. Or maybe we should swoop out and swoop back in. This gives a key, which keys open any of the chests and stuff that we can find around the map. Oh, by the way, the items gives you passives. The items will help give you passives that may help benefit your rooms and change how they work. I want to try to get a key early. I don't think that I really want a dead end right now, and I'm kind of interested in swinging this way. So, okay, let's grab the key, but let's look around. Okay, key. See, aha. So, okay. So this is interesting. The interesting part. So, do you see that book at the bottom right, chat? But it's barely readable. We can't really read it. There's an item in the game that's going to change that. And that even these tutorials, so there's the initial tutorial, which is the part I'm about to read. Then there's actually hidden solution tutorials to certain puzzles hidden on these cards around the map in different rooms, separate from the rooms the puzzles are in. But if you have a certain item, you can actually read this and kind of figure out the easier solution without having to deduce it yourself and figure it out the hard way. This game is so cool. They did such a good job with this game. I don't play too many puzzle games, but this one intrigues me, and I really like the way it plays. A journey noteworthy. As you continue on your adventure, you may want to consider getting something to scribble down your notes and observations. That's true. Mm, I might write stuff down in the notes. To be fair, the good thing about being a streamer is I could just look back on my stream. That would take a little while, depending on how long a stream I actually do per episode. So I think what we'll do is we'll try to catalog this first episode. We'll let it be the catalog, and I'll go back on this one and write down anything I might forget. I don't know how much of a full series we're gonna do on this versus other stuff we've got planned right now. I might play this one just on my own and try to play it and have fun with it and figure it out. I'm pretty good at remembering stories as long as I stay playing them, so I could probably do pretty good at remembering most of this by hand in my head. But it is good. It does show you how much to this game there is. If it's recommended, you should probably have something to write this down. For me, I would just write it down on my phone. But let's see, a pad, scrap of paper, or perhaps most fittingly, a journal will prove to be an invaluable tool you will not regret having beside you on your journey. So that's also a pun to the journal in the picture to show you it's trying to tell you this journal has a lot of solutions you're looking for if you forget some things as well. But without a certain tool, we can't utilize that to our advantage either. Not yet. Okay. All right, so since we have cornered ourselves, now we have to go up and to the right or go up and then go like if we want to fill this map in efficiently on the first day and get as many out of our steps as we can, we want to try. Then again, sometimes it's also maybe you want to end a day early, get as much as you can on the first day, and then maybe skip out depending on how your pathing is going. You didn't get as lucky with your RNG. Too many paths are kind of closing in on each other. Plus, we're also running out of steps and down to 39 already, unless we get that guest bedroom that we saw to bring it back up. So let's go. Let's see what this does. So here's another. All right. So here we go again. Okay. So this one will turn us back right again, and this is a good purple. Purples give you steps. So every time we enter this room, we're gonna actually gain 2 steps back. So if you're good at min-maxing this is a good halfway point. Realistically, eventually, when we start getting knowing how we want this layout to be, you'd want this room to be in your travel. your travel spots, meaning where you got to get in between important locations, like between a certain maybe room here or a room there that may have vital locations that you got to keep going back to. This is a good room to kind of keep building your steps slightly back up in the background so you have just enough to complete more during that day. This is just a straight path corridor. It's always unlocked, it's never locked. This is another dead end, but this will guarantee us a coin, a diamond, which I should hold on. Let's move my face real quick. We're gonna move my face to the bottom right because but that's gonna block the blueprint. We're gonna move it to right here just because I want everyone to kind of see the resources we have at the top as well. Because the diamonds and the coins and all that do different things. I think in this case, I do want the bedroom so we can have a travel point. I think this might be the room I'm looking for what I'm looking for. There's a book I'm looking for too. No, I think it's a different room. Okay. Aha. Okay, greetings from Reddington. Also, you're gonna notice some interesting things like Tam King said in chat. Red. But wait a minute. Isn't this game called Blueprints? Hmm. So, I, I just won't spoil anything, but this is already my theory. Just like that box game, that parlor game, trick game in there, that's a paradox game, is what that's called. Not Stellaris like paradox. Paradox like it's a conundrum type situation, right? And I have a feeling this entire thing is one of those, but we'll see. So greetings from Reddington. Doesn't look like I can do anything more with this. Okay. Nothing more to interact. There's a hand pointing down. Top hat, chess pieces. It's a pawn. God dang, I keep hitting the thing. Oh. Ah. Okay. So, considering it's our uncle that gave us this place, this would be our mother then? I think that's what I remember hearing. Like I said, I've seen these early rooms are what you see in the early part of the game. I didn't go no further than a lot of these early rooms we're going to go into, which is why you'll see I know some of the things to graduate towards. But I'm also looking myself just in case there was something missed by anyone else who might not have seen it on their first pass. So I assume it's a mother. She's looking to the. I don't know if this is going to matter. She's looking to the left. She's got a moon-like necklace on with some sort of symbol on it. Her jacket's like a naturey kind of thing. Okay. She's a witch. Alright, so this is curved this right. So now here's why the entrance hall over there is important, why you need to use your rooms right. So we've blocked our entrance towards this way. So we can no longer go that way with this room unless we go back to the entrance hall and go forward. So let's go this way. Notice in the bottom right that rooms can rank up to 2. I have seen that. I'm not sure what that means either because I haven't spoiled that on myself. Ooh, a den. Ooh, wait. Ooh. Oh, also, when you're in this menu, you can hit R2 to see what room this will create. I don't think the people on PC knew they could do this. I haven't seen anyone utilize this, but I saw it at the bottom right, and I wanted to press this. So you can see kind of, and it'll show you the antechamber, kind of see which direction you're going. So this would be perfect right now. It'll give us a free diamond, give us a direction back into the corner and up. This is the most efficient use of our room right now. Okay. A lot of straight pictures of things. Clock. That's a very big clock. Yeah, I wonder if these pictures are going to be important too. I see these. I saw these everywhere in the streams too. They're just straight pictures of something very specific. Ah, Hello, diamond. You're supposed to have one diamond in here, so we got it. Okay. Is there anything else, though? Oh, maybe I'm reading too much into that, but this looks like it might be openable. Oops. Okay. Let's see if we can get a dead end. Ooh, a walk-in closet, 4 items, perfect, or guest bedroom. We're still good on seat right now. Let's go walk-in closet. And this requires a gem to use. You notice I had to pay a gem for that? I forgot to show that before I clicked it. Some rooms, especially when they have good stuff in them, will require a gem or something else to bring that room into existence, essentially. So this has 4 random items we can get from this. A number tag with the number 10 on it. Ah, so 2 keys, a diamond. Oh, another picture of our mother, I assume. And there are four, supposed to be 4 items in here? Yeah, something's missing. Where's the fourth item? See, I question everything when I see something that different stick out. Why does that look different? Why does this piece of this cabinet look like it can push in? And since this is a house of mysteries and puzzles, my brain's like, yeah, it probably does push in. Is it this? No? What? There's supposed to be a fourth item. Is it up to 4 items? Does it not always get 4 items? Oh no, there it is. It's the shoes. Running shoes. Occasionally save steps when traveling longer distances across the estate and grounds. That's really good. Once again, I don't think these items carry over, so that's only going to be good for today. So we have to use that to its efficiency. So it means we want to try to be as efficient with this first day as possible. Okay, now seeing another one here, unless they're all in like sequence. This could be just design of the game. These seem too way too blocky and like, you know, mm. Yeah, look, those things. There's like multiple, and they're scattered pretty unusually. So part of me is going, yeah. There's no way that's not something, right? Yeah, huh. We'll come, but not right now. We're not worried about it right now. Okay. So that was a good use of a dead end. Let's head this way. So we need to go either left and up, straight across, basically left and up, or straight across. Ooh, the veranda. Greater chance of finding items in green room. See, this is good to get early. See, this is the thing we kind of want. Oh, but that requires 2 of our gems right now. So we have to decide, is that worth paying for at the moment? Some rooms it is good to get early because in this case, this room is something that's going to play into later. Like more towards if you get any more green rooms, there's more chance of finding stuff in those green rooms, green colored rooms, uh, than normal because we have this on the map now. At least for today. Once again, we get dead end and go back around, resupply on stuff too, get another key, get another diamond, get a coin. I'm thinking because we have the early diamonds, I'm going green. Because we have the diamonds to pay for it, we're going veranda. This is something I have. Ooh, Yes, that's really good right there, chat. That's also something that's really random, how where you find it and when you find it. Also, you can dig things up. So there's a shovel, there's a hammer, which you can clearly see we found one of them, and they'll do different things as well. So in this case, let's grab this sledgehammer. Can shatter padlocks, unlock trunks. So now we can use trunks. That you will see these trunks sometimes around the map that are locked. We can now open those with the hammer, at least once again for today. There's some holes we could dig, or dirt we could dig up and uncover some stuff in here. It means there's more items in here, but we don't have the shovel. So if we find that, we have to remember to come back here. Alright, so we can either once again go straight up, dead end if we want, or go left, because we've got enough options on other rooms. We could start building from different sections. Preferably, I would like a left and an up, but we're not getting lucky right now. Or we could do that. Yeah, okay, East Wing. Drawing room. Ooh, that's a good one. You may draw new floor plans while drafting in this room. Ooh, that's a. Ooh. See, that's a really good. That's a really good floor as well. But that'd use up my last diamond. We'd have to forcibly go for diamonds after that. I don't know if I'm a keen to going completely no diamonds. Yeah, so while we're in that room, we can draft for a new floor for a new room. So this room is basically this room is a very specific room. We can dial in those two other doors to whatever we want if we re-roll. If we don't get something we like. Ooh. And then the east wing's just a free pass. Well, that one might have some locked doors. Only reason why I know that is I know something a little bit something I don't want to spoil about the note we read earlier, so I think we're gonna go drawing room so we can kind of play into this and try to mid max pretty hard. Plus, I want to do rooms I haven't really seen, since I've seen some of these on other streams already, and I want to kind of do the mystery at my in my own pace in different order. Huh. So this is where I assume my mother did drawings for the estate. She's probably the ones who drew. She's probably the one who drew all the paintings we've seen around the estate. Although these paintings are different. These paintings are of people. Although here's another one: sand or desert and something. It's weird to draw an and symbols. I assume that means something. It's gotta be something. Aha! What is this? Drawing floor plans. Each time you click on a door, you will draw 3 floor plans, from which you must select one to draft. However, there are some items in rooms that will allow you to redraw if you do not like your initial 3 options. Make sure there's nothing underneath that. No. Okay, so yeah. So that's what this room is for. So far, nothing to interact with. This room might be pretty barren, other than teaching me to be like a safety room, like I said. That might be all this room's got. Let's just make it a little easier to mid max. Okay, I'm gonna kind of keep going into a straight line for now. We want to be kind of efficient so we don't use as many steps, and kind of see what we get going this way still. Ooh, we could get a kitchen or close it off or corridor up. So I would like another closet. I'm almost thinking about closing this off because we're down to 35 steps already. And I kind of want more items early just to kind of see what it is. And we actually can't get the kitchen, but we can redraw. That's the question, right? Do I want a dead end or do we want to redraw this? Actually, let's just see what we get. Redraw. But we don't have. We don't have a diamond. That's my kind of room. 8 coins, too. Holy crap. We could get 10 back dead in this again, but we're still at 35. We have no coins yet. We've got no coins yet. So I think we have no choice because of this redraw, and we have to go pantry. This will give us food, though, and food is gives us steps back as well, which here's the coins. So when we find the kitchen, or in this case, the pantry, the kitchen's a different, excuse me, the pantry, not the kitchen. The kitchen allows you to buy food with coins. In this case, the pantry unlocks food around the map, which is what I'll read about here. Bridget, please pick up some more fruit before Friday, as we have just been informed that we may have an extra guest exploring the house next week. 50 steps should be more than enough. So I think an even spread would be ideal. So 5 apples, 5 bananas, 5 oranges. So that's 50 divided between all three of these fives. And I think they're different amounts. One gives one amount, one gives one amount, one gives one amount. And I think I don't know if they're randomized or not, to be fair. The enclosed amount should be cover the expenses, but please bring back any change from the order and leave it in the pantry. Okay. So apple is worth 2. That's what we had to figure out kind of on our own there. I think it's also technically randomized per day. Is that the only apple in here? Don't see anything else to interact with. Yeah, okay. So let's see what happens. We'll go this way for now. So the chapel. The chapel's a good split off for where we are. But we would have to use a coin to get in there. But I think I have to do this in order to create an off split right here. Plus, I want to see if there's anything in the chapel. Yeah, we used a coin. We basically have to pay our devotion. Devotion to the emperor must be paid. Also, really red in here, isn't it, chat? Interesting. Wait. Oh, they also have numbers on them. Okay. See, this is the stuff I need to be making notes of. See, this is what I would write down in my phone. See, you know what? We should write this down real quick. Let me go ahead and get my notepad up for this. So we go ahead and at least start having this. And I can go ahead and create it doing it this way. Because this is something we're going to need to remember. And I doubt there's probably a hint towards the solution of this somewhere. But I want to write it down and make sure I have the right order. It repeats, it looks like, in some places. But as long as we have the numbers and what angel is what, and what it kind of, we're going to have to give them very simple names in order for me to remember each one. But so I'm going to call this blue. Because this I might not remember from day to day playing as many games as I play, so. Blueprints Mystery is what I'm going to call this. Okay. So, because this is what I had to do for Resident Evil, to be fair. So, let's see. I'm going to make several sections. So, one, I'm going to make a section for puzzles. So, puzzles. And then I'll just do that for now. Then we'll make a section for room. hints. And this one will fall under room hints. So this would be one. Okay, so room hints one, and we'll say this one's gonna be chapel. I don't know why it's doing it like that. Hold on 1 second, chat. There we go. CHAP. God dang it. Can't spell today, chat. There we go. Chapel. I'm gonna call this. The Holy Order. The Holy Order of Angel. Angels. Okay. We'll do it this way. So Angel 1. Angel 1 Fox 2. um. So Angel 1 is. So Angel 1 is the farming one, right? I saw it a minute ago. Yeah. So like so it's gonna be really simple with this farming angel. Just because of how much is gonna be information is gonna be in this game probably. Farming angel. Angel 2. That would be cooking. Chef. I'm gonna say Chef Angel. Because you know this is gonna play in somehow. Chapel of the Holy Order of Angels. Angel 1 Farming Angel, Angel 2 Chef Angel, comma, Angel 3, which that is actually right here. Oh, wait. Ooh, these are two different things, but they're both from a farm? Hold on, so I need to say crop angel for this one then. So Angel 1's a crop angel. Because that, at least I'll know, since I know how crops tend to do, that makes more sense. So Angel 1 is crop angel. Angel 2 is chef angel. Angel 3, I'm gonna say. How do I word this one? So my brain recognizes it. Pasture angel, or should I say livestock angel? Because this is someone who tends to livestock in a pasture more than a farm. Let's say livestock angel. I'm not really sure on this one. This one might be a little harder to create an easy one for. Okay. And then we want angel. So that would be we're gonna call this the chimney angel. That looks like a chimney sweeper. So technically, I think that's deaf. I actually think each of these is actually representing an actual technical angel, but it's put in more of a simpler term. That's probably deaf. But because yeah. So you're angel 4. So that'd be chimney angel. Chimney. Let's say chimney cleaning. Chimney cleaning angel. Angel 5. Okay. So 5. 5, 5, 5, 5. You're 5. Maid. Someone say maid angel. And this will be angel 6 is next. Angel 6. 6 would be over here. I'm gonna say jockey. Or is that a sword fighter? No, that's a jockey. So jockey angel. That's what rides horses. Okay, then angel 7 is the main one, so that's 7. No, 7. Did that backwards. Okay. So angel 7. I think that's that one, yep. Um, let's say shield maiden. SHIELD. Shield. Shield maiden. Angel. Okay. Period to that. Okay, sorry about that, Jack. Takes me a little time to type things out. Let's see, classic or resurgence, damn game. Dude, I just hear an Independent Day movie quote. Oh yeah, I could screenshot, but I'd have 500,000,000 screenshots. That's true. But I think I'd rather write some of these down just because I'd have 500,000,000 screenshots saved up on my PlayStation. when I could just write this down. It takes a little longer, but it'll be precise. So we permanently have the order in here. So if it comes across it somewhere else, I at least know the exact order. Is it just me? Or is there one hiding behind this? Or is that just a symbol? Either way, we now know the order of all of them just in case we need it. Alright. Anything else we can interact with in here? Because that just seems too important not to write down. So we can double back. Let's see what happens if we double back. Ooh, that's actually not good. That's actually, see, that. So that screwed me a little bit. Because that screwed up my drawing room. I didn't think about that. I should have looked at my map and went back to the drawing room and actually added the room from here. That's a waste of a room. That's annoying. So we have to do. Oh, we have to do this if we want to keep that square going. So we need either corridor or we need spare room. Let's get the corridor. So that was of my first screw up on this day of not being totally efficient with my rooms. We're still okay. It's not like we screwed that entirely because I was able to create a room leading back this direction. But that could have been smarter of me. There doesn't seem to be anything in this room except for just this free pass to straight line to somewhere else. Let's see where this goes. Um, I put this back to 45. I think it's time to dead end this as much as I don't want to do this. We have a line leading up from the entrance hall way back at the beginning. So I'm going to put the guest bedroom here so we can get some steps back. There we go. So we're back up to 44. There's a note there. Oh. Ooh, a key. Nice. Lock keypad. Clock. What's this clock say? 1:30 to 2:30 or something like that. So that's a time of some sort. Hmm. I don't think I'm gonna write that down yet. I don't know if that's prevalent really. It's a little too small for me to consider that evidence right now. Sinclair, just wanted to write you a quick note thanking you for the weekend. I had a thrilling time on the hunt with Lord Evanson, whose particular personality somewhat made up for your own absence. I also got to appreciate your new game in the billiard room. It's been ages since I've been seen the billiard room in the house. I was beginning to suspect you retired the floor plan. It was well worth the wait, though, as I always enjoy your mathematical puzzles and appreciated that I didn't need to know the rules of darts to play your variation. Hoping your health improves uh shortly. KL or KK? Not sure what that says. So it's either KL or KK. All right, that gave us our steps back. So we've got a free coin to spend to get back in the chapel. I say we backtrack and head back to the beginning and do some rooms on the other side since we've got the extra space. Then again, maybe I should loop back to that room now. So what do y'all think, chat? Let's see. PS play. Let's see. Okay, I'm sparking a war. There's hardly any difference in speed between the long sword and the great sword. That is not true. I will get crucified for this, but someone had to say it. The only difference is a great sword can cut multiple people in half. Keep going north? Okay. Camp King votes north. It is probably the less use of our steps. Because let's see, let's count how many rooms we would have to go back. Because it's something you also have to consider when you're retracing your steps. Is it better to retrace steps or to curl back in? Because in this case, if let's say we wanted to go back to the entrance hall and build off of that, we'd have to go pantry, drawing room, veranda, den, closet, or not closet, den, bedroom, nook, entrance hall. So that's one, two, three, four, five. One, two, three, four, five, six. That's 7 steps just to get back there. We are at 42. That's essentially going to put us back to where guest bedroom. So I do think that Camp King's right. Maybe we should go north. Also, are we talking about longsword in real life? I don't know if that's totally true that it's the same speed. I mean, I don't know. Now in Chivalry 2, this is slightly the case. The Great Sword is very much the one of the best weapons in the game, just because the long sword, even though I prefer it, just because I like the way the speed of it and the swing of it. The, still overall, the Great Sword is barely worse in the retrospect in most cases, but don't know. Let's go north. All right, so this is our first key. This is locked. We're gonna have to use this. We've got 4 of them though. Okay, so this is not really a good setup either. So we can either go straight again, curve to the right, hope we can curve back left when we go up next time, or we're really gonna back ourselves into the corner. See, this is where it's gonna start to get a little iffy. This is where the diciness comes in the layout of the game. So so these are all just other than the breaker room, which is important for another room. That's very important because if you go here first and turn the breaker on properly, you'll get a bonus somewhere else in 2 other rooms. It actually affects. Actually, I say this wrong. It affects 3 to 4 other rooms in the house. It actually changes what they're doing because the power is on. You thinking straight? I don't know if just getting to the antechamber is what is opens it though, but yeah, we can keep going straight. Let's see what happens if we try to go towards the antechamber. Spare room it is. Anything in the spare room other than boxes and blank mindness? There's literally a spare room. This is the most spare of spare rooms you can get. This room is just a blank canvas. Alright, continuing on. Oh crap. So we're getting really unlucky that all of these are starting to be locked too. Oh boy, this room counts as 2 bedrooms. Oh, thank God we got passageway. Oh, but we don't have enough. So here's what happens. Okay. So we finally have reached our issue. So this is where the day is starting to crumble slightly. We're getting really boned with our usage right now. So we can either go into this bunk room for story, go into the closet for 2 free items. We cannot do this. We do not have the diamonds. So what do we think? Try to get some more lore and maybe some more clues from a bunk room and some steps. I think this will give us some steps back as well or something. I don't know if we have the right room for this to work like that though. I think there's a certain room that makes bedrooms, all bedrooms give you a certain amount of steps when you go into them, and this counts as two bedrooms, so it gives you double. But I don't think that's active right now, so I don't think this is going to do much other than maybe lore. So vote now, chat. What do we think? Closet for items or bunk room for possibly more lore and clues? I vote closet. All right, what about you, Farseer? Same or what do you think? Bunk room or closet? Oh, whew. Okay, well, I guess we'll go closet then. Okay. What the hell? Is that a metal detector? A functioning metal detector. Greater chance of finding keys and money. Ah, so that, I wonder if that's for every room. What is this? Ivory die. While drafting, you may use so this is the die that allows me to re-roll. This would have been handy earlier, especially coming up this direction when we got a dead end. This will allow me to it's only a single dice though. You see we have one at the top. So now we have a single re-roll of our blueprints if we don't get really good three choices. Well, we only got one of these. Okay. I don't see much else. So now comes the painful problem. We're gonna lose a lot of steps because now we have to backtrack. We have literally no choice now because we've cut ourselves off. Also, we've made this right column up here in the top right very inconvenient now because now it's almost impossible to get to it unless we just get this middle column to go all the way up and then curve both up and right and then go all live into that corner. Otherwise, this side might be a bust now. So we have to go all the way back to the entrance hall now. Good thing we had a coin to get through the chapel as well, because if you can also bottleneck yourself and kind of land like soft lock, and you have to end the day early. Soft locking is a thing in this game. Also, I wonder if that means that more things can appear in a room after you get that. I don't think so. I think it's just in new rooms that that counts for. But I could be wrong. Is it this way? It is this way. I'm not seeing anything in these rooms new. So, back to the entrance hall. We're down 34 now. Let's see what happens here. Wow, we're getting really unlucky today. Now, see, now we're getting stupid unlucky. So, okay, chat, take a vote again while I do something real quick. Take a vote again. Power, turn the power on in the house, or get more items again. Now, with our metal detector, we actually have a chance to get extra keys and extra money in this room. The one that gives us a key and money. Because of the metal detector, we have actually a chance of getting more from that room. Now, getting more diamonds means we can pay for diamond rooms again. We now. Oh, shoot. Hold on one second, chat. I dropped something. Storeroom? Okay, hold on one second. Oh, shoot. I just dropped it. No. Oh, blurb, blurb. Hold on one second, chat. Be right back. I'm back, chat. Darn it. Okay. That's inconvenient. I didn't know she got up and went outside. Oh, hold on. Let me call her real quick. One second, chat. We do have a reroll. You are correct. But part of me is like, I don't know if I want to use this reroll quite yet because we need to use it in an emergency situation. I'd rather not use it just to reroll this one room. As much as it's inconvenient that we got two dead ends again, I think the more we use these rooms, that they won't pop up in the draw. So I do think storeroom might be our best bet. But give me one second. All right, I'm back for a second, chat. Hold on, I gotta wait for her to come pick this up for me, and then we can continue. But I think maybe storeroom is best bet because we've done pretty good for day one. To be fair, I think we've actually gotten quite a lot of for a day one. We've gotten a full. We wrote down a good clue that's clearly something. That why would the? I mean, some clues are just more obvious than others. So clearly those angels are something and mean something. So we did get one good clue towards something. We've opened up some special rooms and checked out some things. I do think maybe the veranda didn't pay off like I was hoping this time around. So, hello. It's over there. Right there in the front. Right there. Just put it on my tray. Right, right there. You knocked it down again. Oh, well. Thank you. You're calling me. Hmm. What? I mean, unless you want to do it real quick, I was just about to just, since you're in here. Right, I'm back. One second, let me close the door back a little bit, chat. God, it's so hot. Oh, man. It's so warm, chat. So warm. Alright, we'll continue in just a second, chat. No, that's still not good. Hold on, chat. I have something not cooperating right now. Come on, I can't see. It's getting dark outside. One second, chat. There's a calming little clock in the background, just ticking away our existences. Okay. All right. Almost ready. Sorry about that. These delays are sometimes a little bit unexpected. I try to have everything set up and then sometimes things go awry. My bad. That's not. Nah, I'm just gonna have to deal with it. It's basically empty. God dang it. Okay. Alright, well, let's do the storeroom. I like that the metal detector also helps you find items. Technically. Well, oh, okay. There's a picture of a blue bird. Alright, we found a picture of a blue bird. What's this room called? Storeroom? Let's write that down. I'm here, still here, just eating Popeyes. Wi-Fi, sir. What did Popeye do to you? Do to you? You only wanted his spinach. Alright, let's write this other note down. So this one will be simple one for now. So the storeroom. Storeroom. To storeroom. Found a picture of a blue, and I'm going to capitalize this so I know it's as important. A blue bird with a sailor outfit on. With a sailor outfit on. Okay. That's clearly something. Okay, wrote that down. Nothing much else to do. We are getting a bit unlucky right now. Okay, that's at least a three-way split. Although the three-way split is wasted slightly, so although that's a green room, we have a chance of finding an item in a green room, or a clue of some sort. So what do y'all think here, chat? I'm gonna let y'all kind of decide because I kind of want this series, if what for what we're gonna do on it, kind of be based on chat's decisions more than mine. So it's up to you guys if we technically even eventually solve the puzzle. Farseer's choice. All right, what do you think, Farseer? What does the Popeye knowledge tell you? Mail room, bunk room. For bunk room is going to be lore. Mail room. So a package will be delivered here the day after drafting this room. So we actually have to come. If we do this room, we have to come back to this room tomorrow to get some sort of package. Or we could go off, even though the green will slightly be wasted, we could create a two-path prong path and swing back left and see what's in the courtyard. We don't have the shovel, but the shovel could be in the courtyard. That's another thing. You vote green? Okay. We do have a gym to pay it. We do. Yeah. All right, I'll go green. Farseer must be she's too busy eating Popeye. Ooh, a trunk, and there's something out here. Ah, speak of the devil. All right, so that means there's items back in that other green room we can go back for now, technically. So we have options. Looks like it could be useful for digging. Oh wow, who would have thought? A shovel digs. Key. Okay. So now as long as oh hi. So now as long as we dig these up, we'll get stuff from them. So another coin. More coins. Oh, it's 2 coins. Oh, hello. What the hell? Car keys. Oh right, but we don't have the garage though. A spare set of car keys. All right. So we have car keys we found from that. So let me look at our footsteps. Is it worth going back now, or should we build the rooms up first? Because if we're not careful, we won't get the 2 items in the veranda. But those items also could be just not anything that we need. Could just be more diamonds and more keys or coins, which I could argue that's not necessary right now. I don't think there's important items that are like stuff like the car keys that can be buried, but I could be wrong. Hmm. All right, next vote. Time for the next vote. We definitely We definitely can't dead end this. This would be the end of the run if we dead end this. So we cannot do that. We can do this. We cannot do this. Yeah, so this is the one we needed for that other room. Whenever you draft a bedroom, gain 5 steps. So the one that was worth 2 bedrooms, it would have given us 10 steps when it entered our hand. I think our only choice is the dining room. If we want to keep this going. No, it'll only be a key or a coin. Okay. So then we don't need to go back for it then. I'm going to say dining room, just because this is the most optimal choice here to keep moving north at least. Oh, there's something in here. It's over here. Ah, key. Alright, so there's a free key in there. And that connects back to the parlor we were in. Make sure I didn't miss anything in here, because it'll bleep as I did. No, because we can waste a step going in and out of this. That's fine. Alright, nothing there. Well, okay, once again, our only choice is this one. Maid's chamber, less likely to find out. That's a negative. So there are negatives in this game, chat, as well. There are negative rooms. So I could do this, but now it means that rooms are going to have less in it for the rest of the day. I'm going to use our redraw now. Oh, yes. Thank goodness. Thank goodness. That's it. That was a good save. It's a coin. The metal detector is also making my life so much easier. Oh, here we go. Staff notice. Out of respect for the late Lady Clara Epson, the West Wing will be closed until further notice. While the floor plans associated with this wing have not been removed from the pool, we ask the staff members refrain from drafting them during this period of mourning. Likewise, any may draft something. So there's a second portion to this piece of paper. Okay. Let's take our chance and go here. We don't have enough for you. That's a dead end no matter what. But I have a feeling so these are both purple. So now it's one of those, which one do we go for to see if there's any lore in it? Nah, it's too, we already re-rolled it, Farsi. I'll let you vote on this one, though. What do you want? Bunk room or boudoir? Which one do you think is going to have the lore in it? Bunk room or boudoir? Since we don't have enough draft points for the passageway. The French sounding one, okay. Boudoir. The Buddha. Oh, I thought those were actual things I can pick up. Oh, what's that? Oh, okay. So that's this room, but during Christmas, isn't it? Go back out of that. It is. Oh. Oh, but we do not know. We do not know the code. Wait. Cinca. I feel like I saw something like that somewhere. Although, I wonder, wait a minute. So this is a. There were only 7 angels, so I don't think that's going to be that. Something else. So we don't have much in here other than there's a safe here that we sadly can't open. Not yet. That doesn't seem to do anything. Well, darn. Anything else in this picture that might show anything specific or something? I mean, maybe the color. Hold on. One, two. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Technically, including the safe, there is 9 presents. There's 9 keypad buttons, but we wouldn't know the color unless it's height wise. But once again, we still wouldn't know which color is what and what number each color would correspond to, unless they're in order from left to right. And then we go maybe by height. I could probably process of eliminate and see if any of this makes sense, to see if any of the stuff in this picture kind of lines up to numbers that might be on it or make sense or something like that. The only thing that stands out to me is, so I say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. No, there's 10 on that, so it's not that. The presents are the only weird oddity because there's technically 9, including the safe itself, since it was a present. So I think for now we'll leave it. Come back to that when we have more information. So we have to go this way. Ooh, the billiard room. That's another puzzle piece. Um, item. Well, I mean, to be fair, this is the best option. Let me go ahead and put this. Because this has that puzzle that guy mentioned in here that has to do with darts in that note we read. Oh, banana. That's more steps back at least. Bananas are worth the most steps. At least in this run anyways. Alright. PEMDAS? Plus minus, hold on. Parentheses, exponents, technically in PEMDAS multiplication and division come first. And then addition of subtraction. So it's some sort of number puzzle doing with math. Is there no note around the room to explain this? Usually there's a game note to explain the rules? Question mark? Uh, missing something? How am I supposed to know what order certain things are in? Huh. I guess we take a crack at it. Thing is, I don't know what we're adding up to or whatever. So, okay, you always press the fourth one. Oh, okay, I see. So that would, okay. So blue must be addition then, right? So it's process of elimination since we don't have the rule book to this. So blue must be addition. Because if that was a 4, it was just a straight up 4. This would be, my face is actually in the way. This would be 3 and 15. Wait, but there is no. Is there an 18? There is. So that was right. But now we don't know what yellow is. Well, wait a minute. Hold on. We might. Well, no, we don't because they're all green. See, these are all green, red, green, but none of the. Are the colors on this a different color? No. So we just have to. We screw it up. So now it's 16. Okay, well, hold on. Is it from top to bottom? Maybe it's minus. So let's try that. So if blue is the first one and it's top to bottom, this means blue is plus, yellow is minus. So 16 minus 10 is 6. Let's see if this works. It'll reset if it's not, so that's right. Okay. I didn't know we were going to do math. 19 minus 5? 4? Yes. Ooh, pink. Okay. So now we're doing multiplication. Okay. So that's 8 times 2. That's 16. Where's where's 16? Oh. Okay. Now the order of operation thing I wonder if kicks in, but I wonder but since multiplication is by itself, let's see. Parentheses, exponents, multiplication, division. So addition always comes before subtraction. So you multiply the number with the addition number. So in theory, that means this is 10 times 3, which is 30, minus 4, 26. I don't think that's the number on here. That can't be right. So it must not do it in that order. It must be according to the same order on the board then. It must never go off that order. So it's not PEMDAS. It's the order on the board. So then it would be, if that's the case, do the addition and subtraction first. Then my headset stuck on stuff. So addition. So in this case, it'd be 10 minus 4, which is 6. Wait, that can't be right either. Oh no, wait. 6 times 3. That's 19. Hold on. 18. 6 and 6 is 12. 18. So where's the 18? Up top again. Hey, we got it. We got it. We got it. What is that? Ooh, an electronic key card opens electronic powered security doors. Ooh, this is good, but I think if I remember correctly, the rooms that have this have to have the circuit breaker turned on though. Okay. All right. So now we got to go this way. Key. Ooh, the observatory's been pulled early. Oh my goodness. Ooh, do I go observatory or Great Hall where all the extra doors are? They're locked. We will have to use keys to open them, is the issue. But these keys, I don't think, follow us from day to day, right? They don't carry us to the next day. We have to find more keys tomorrow. So part of me is like, well, we have four keys. Maybe we should use them. The observatory starts the bonus. So, the way the observatory works, I'm going to explain this ahead of time because it's a little confusing. We'll read about it if we decide to choose it. But it has to do with the stars. And every day we draft this card and put it on the board, it adds another star to the what you see through the telescope. Now, as you get different constellations, different bonuses and negatives will start to happen. So it's a plus and negative room. It's actually a 50-50. It can help us if we mid max it well, but it can also hinder us on some of the constellations as well. So what do y'all think, Jack? Great Hall to unlock some doors? Or observatory and start putting stars in the sky? Great Hall. Okay. Tim King goes Great Hall. Okay. Great. We'll go Great Hall. We'll ignore the observatory on this first day. Unless we get it again or something. Alright, so here's the way this is. If I remember correctly, let's unlock this one because I want to try something. Yeah, these have stuff in them. Well, there's the upgrade disc, but once again, without power, this doesn't help me. Insert into one of the estate terminals to permanently upgrade one of your floor plans. That's actually really good. It's a little early to get that from what it sounds like. All right, so we have three keys. I want to make sure we can get out. So let's go ahead and unlock this door this way. So we have that door unlocked. We're gonna go ahead and do we want to draft that yet? We've only got two keys left. Hold on. So yeah, they seem to all be locked. So we have to play this smart. That one's not. Okay. The office opportunity to earn and spread money everywhere. We don't have enough for that. There's the circuit breaker. We could just dead end this is inconvenient to have dead ends right here, by the way. But we have no choice now. So we could circuit breaker this and turn on the circuit breaker and maybe we get lucky and get the room that needs that security key that we have now. Um, what do we think now, chat? Bathroom or utility closet? Since we're one diamond short for the office, which just kind of sucks. We're really getting boned right now in the last rooms. Power or bathroom break? Sugar for the lols. It would be hilarious. It would technically end this hallway guaranteed. I don't think there's anything in reds, but you know what? Let's do a red because we haven't done a red yet. Because I'm pretty sure reds are negatives. At least right now. There's a reason I said that too, by the way. Yeah. There's literally nothing in here. Now, I have a theory, by the way. You'll note that the blue rooms are the primary rooms, right? So the blue rooms are where all the puzzles are, primarily most of the items, except for special colors like orange and green that kind of exempt on this rule. I have a feeling I know why that is, and I have a theory about how the red rooms may work late game if everything I'm thinking may end up turning out to be true. But yeah, that was clearly pointless. We got nothing out of that. There's HNS or HSS, some more pictures of stuff, some soap, a toilet to take a dump. All right. Let's unlock another door. Let's unlock you. I looked at you first. We need to remember to unlock the door to our left before we do anything. That did nothing. Oh, wait, that was the main room. But there might have been something there. Oh, well. Alright, let's go. Let's unlock this room and hope for the best. Ooh, we got a split off at the last second. Wow, that's really lucky. This isn't going to do us any good without any power, this room right here. But we need to do this because this gives us more options. Actually, wait, what? Oh, no, yeah, the power is going to crash. Yeah. So you're not allowed, because the breaker is not on, we're not allowed to see what's in this room yet. So there ain't much to get in here. Not right now. So let's see if we can exhaust any dead ends right here. Oh, right, we can't see what it is. So 50-50. Hey, break a rib. That's actually really lucky. Oh, okay. Hold on, I can't see it. And see, the other one's not on. I'm This you can change all these colors to different colors. I'm not sure what the point of this is yet. Yeah, key card entry system. We can also turn this off and make it easier. If we don't have the key card, you can technically bypass it by doing this. I'm not sure what the VACs do yet, so not sure. But all right, power is on. That means the room behind us should have light now. We can actually see the dark room early. Oh. So it's a blurry picture of two maids cleaning up. It's the same picture, but at different resolutions. Well, I say resolution, I forget what you call it. Stages of the soak, or however the term used to be for using these types of old film to take pictures. Dark film, or whatever they were called it. Interesting. I've already noted something in this picture that's interesting already. Note that these two ladies, and I know this might be pure coincidence, but remember two of the angels, one was a sweeper, so a duster, a dust clearer, that's the one on the left, and one was just a cleaning maid. Huh. They were all angels. Like I said, I have a very interesting theory about this universe. That one's just dark. So there must be something in one of these that needs to be seen at a different, that's only seen at a specific That one, the background's more prevalent, but I can't see what it is back there. Looks like some sort of painting of something. Hmm. Okay. Is this our mother? Who is this, I wonder? She don't have the moon thing around her neck, so I don't, maybe not. Hmm. Hey, key. Orchard. Oh. There's a heart on that tree. Wait a minute. If it's 4 letters, that might be the combination to the gate. Because letters equal numbers. So I wonder, we may have to go out there if we have enough steps before the end of this. Because we should probably backtrack at some point anyways when we run out of rooms. If we can get just enough steps before we call it, we should go see. 'Cause I didn't even think about looking around at something like that. I think I need a magnifying glass. I have a feeling this is not on that tree out there. Wasn't there no tree out there? Wait a minute, this tree might not be here. So we need something to see that. So maybe like a magnifying glass or something. Okay. That's another picture of either my mother or maybe the lady in the other picture. I'm not really sure on that yet. Oh goodness. I am not good at cursive. Print notes. HS has requested yet another print of her ladyship, I assume for one of her rooms in the west wing, as well as an enlarged print of the enclosed photograph. He said the last development was too dark, so keep an eye on that. Okay. So an enlarged picture of this. Oh. So there must be another one of those in this room, but it's too dark to read it. Senkiko. This guy uses this for that company for everything. That was his safe as well. Huh. That was really grainy. This is probably when they were learning how to use this camera, I assume. That must be my uncle. I don't see anything too major in this. See, once again, that looks like something that might be easier read if we had slightly a better resolution or at least something to magnify it. Okay. Some sort of stage and flowers. That looks like the camera that he used for this. Oh. Okay, so that one's the enlarged version, or is that the same better? I still can't see what that says. Alright. I don't think there's much more we can do here. At least not for right now. Let's see what we get. Security! But the issue, I guess, is that the dead end of all dead ends as well. We actually kind of have to do this. We have to go into the workshop because the issue is we have to move up one more if we're going to try to keep this train rolling at least a little longer. So workshop it is. Broken lever could be proved useful. Okay. I'm not sure what the letters mean. I've seen these around as well, just G. It's like music notes, but I don't know how this works. Hmm. The true box does not always have to contain the prize. Yeah, that's a hint towards the three boxes we played with earlier. There isn't much here right now. Detector shovel? Whoa! Plus something else. Oh, so it'll turn green. So we don't have whatever that is. Wait, it can do either of these? Hmm. If you got the office, you could have upgraded that desk. Did you ever get Grandma? Tree was cut down, was just a stump. Ah, so we're definitely gonna need to see that picture to see what's on that tree. I bet you it's the code to the fence. So do we hold on to this for now, Chad, or do we make a freaking detector shovel? It's a shovel that digs and detects things. Although we're getting towards the end of this day's run. So I guess my brain's like, is there really a need to combine right now when the workshop can't really do us much good right now? So let's see what the next room is. This is our last key. Conference room. Hey, Rumpus room. The wine cellar, but that'll dead end us for diamonds for no reason. That's actually pretty useful. All the items that get spread around the house will get put in this room, so you can just come collect it in this room. We could go up one more if we put the Rompus room, but once again, I don't know if we can't really keep these coins, right? The next day. So which one do we want? Wine. I don't care if it's a dead end. We need alcohol. JFK, what do you think? Free diamonds and wine? Conference room or the rumpus? Also, happy Easter, everyone. Happy Easter. Ah, Jam King said rumpus. Ooh. Neither of the items really help us, but I don't know if we're gonna get any lore in the. This is what's gonna be strange. We'll probably most likely get lore in this one, but they're both blues. Is the thing, right? Lore is mostly in purple. You're so close to the last room. Yeah, let's go Rumpus just to see if we can get any higher. Just for the sake of we're really close to the antechamber. Now I don't think we can just go to it anyways. Plus we get to do Alzara, which y'all haven't got to see him yet. He gives us hints towards things that we're kind of looking for. Huh? What? Oh, wow. Right, there was a lot of coins in here. I forgot. Still more, huh? Hmm? Oh, to be fair, good thing it gave us coins is I think we need coins to activate Alzara. Ah,
And
it,
as it was foretold, I am awakened at the sound of a dropping coin. You find yourself face to face with the great Alzara. And I suspect you wish me to look into your future. The image is becoming clear. I see a boy standing on a shore of white sand. He is looking for something he was told he would not find. I see a black cat tied to a red flag. I hear the wind blowing, but the flag does not stir. I see a door marked by a rogue moon. A door that is always locked, yet has no key.
that's the door I
It
met
is
to
the
the
door you
antechamber.
have been searching for, yet will not
It's
find.
got our mother's symbol on it,
It holds true beyond the
the
dark
necklace around
waters.
her neck.
What you have heard here has been foreseen by the great Alzara. Until the dawn of the following day, I will have nothing more to say.
So I'm actually glad we got him on day one because you want to try to get him as much as possible because he gives you more and more hints towards what's happening and kind of gives you more and more clarity towards a direction. Also, I do think these chess pieces are slightly important, but I'd be have to. We're gonna wait to see if that plays in before I start messing with this, because this means I'd have to write down every chess piece that's predominant in every room that I've seen. So far, we've seen, which including this bishop, a pawn, a rook, and a knight. But I don't remember which rooms they were in, so I didn't because I didn't write them down. But okay, so he'll give us no more. Yeah, you're right. He could have turned us into a kid. You're right, Tam King. So there's the security room. So we're definitely gonna want to do. Oh, we have no diamonds. We don't have any diamonds. No. All right. So let's go ahead and do the mail room because this is the end of the run. We don't have a diamond to do security, so let's do a mail room. This is another one of those things to get early. We'll trigger it. See? So okay. So order placed. So the next time we come back to this room on the next day, there'll be a package here that will give us an item of some sort. I don't know what it'll do, but it'll be something. Oh, Dad, 1809 Allen Street, Simon P. Jones, Mount Holly Estate, Finn Eris. Oh, SKR 6789. That's too easy of a number. It's definitely important. Hold on, I'm gonna write that down. That seems like something I need to write down. This seems like information of some sort. This is the mail room. Let's see. Found a letter with wait, that's the flag. Oh, so dad. So the flag maybe represents dad. Since this letter says dad. That's just an early assumption. Okay. So hold on. So found a letter with a red flag as its post stamp. And then we're gonna do comma with the letters S K R above the numbers above the numbers 6789, which that is a pretty easy number. So I don't know if that's anything, but 6789. Well, let's just say found a letter from dad. From dad. Okay. That's in the mail room. Okay. Yeah, so that's after reading, talking to Al Lazar there. He talked about that red flag, so maybe that cat is representative of dad and him posting up on something or I don't know. It's too early to read too much into it other than just that's clearly the symbol we just saw, so it means something. So we're definitely writing that down. Okay. Oh. Please return all correspondence and packages addressed to Denny Ravane to sender. as he no longer is employed with our staff. There's something really small I can't read there. There's definitely must be a magnifying glass we can find somewhere in the game. Oh, what the hell? Utility room fuse box. More detailed instructions will be sent by electronic mail to the address client has provided. So you want it to be purple? What does this do? See, you know what's funny? Okay. Note the interesting pattern here, Chad. Remember what I said about I kind of attracted to this was attracted to this game not only from the gameplay, but there's an interesting, simple but paradoxical theme going on here. So I want to note green is kind of a neutral kind of color in its own right, in between because it's made of a different color. But so almost like just the green representation of just flat land sitting here, or just progression forward. That's also why I think the items are on green rooms, like the important items, like or at least some of them, like the hammer and the shovel. However, you'll note in the second one, it immediately becomes black on both sides, and then red and blue perfectly settled in the next to each other in the center, which is a huge theme in this game. And then on the bottom, all the indicators are set to what these two colors together create. Just don't know what this is. This I'm gonna take a picture of because that's a little too hard to remember. We would need the computer, and this is what sucks because we couldn't get to the security room because we ran out of diamonds. That if we could get to the security room, because we have power and we technically have the key card. I don't think we have the password though. I think we need the password to log into the computer fully. And if we can get the password, I think we can get into the email and check this mail that was sent. And then it'll tell us what these colors do, I bet. So for right now, we're just gonna keep a picture of that. Otherwise, I don't see too much, and I think that's all the rooms. So we know that tree's not outside, so there's no point in running all the way out to the tree and checking that because it's not there. Yeah, I think this is it. I think it is finally high time to call it a day. I don't really know anything. I'm trying to think if there's anything else I can do. Sadly, all these items are gonna disappear, but I just don't have enough stuff to get me where I'm going to what we're looking for. We did get some good progress for everything we did get. We did find out some things already. We did solve a couple of the puzzles and kind of did some stuff there. We got some clues written down. There's also writing things down is important, so you don't have to go back to that same room. Because the room's clues, I don't think, change. It's just the items in the paper or something like that that's telling you some of that lore or these little secrets. Those are always there. So, Chapel, for instance, all those angels being organized 1 to 7, that's always going to be the same. So, we no longer need to really draft the chapel unless it's absolutely necessary just to open a path. Just because we know what's in the chapel now. Same thing with some of the others. The mailing room, try the safe. Wait, try that safe. Wait, I can read the letter from Dad? I can! Thank you, Jam King. Whoopsies, my bad. I almost missed some lore. Thank you, Jam King. Hey, buddy. How's it going up there in that big house? I think most people would be pretty scared of being alone for this length of time, but I have a feeling you're doing just fine. I imagine you happy as a clam, perfectly content on the estate with the exploration and opportunities for adventure that present themselves each day. As I'm writing this, you're currently in the garage packing the tent. I wanted to try to post this letter before we depart tomorrow, so that we'll have a chance to arrive during your first few days on the estate. But with all the preparation, I'm not sure that I'm going to find the time. There's so much I want to say, and I'm sure I'll forget to tell you Friday night. Sometimes it's easier for me to just jot this stuff down. You're yelling at me right now to come bring you a pillowcase. Hold on a second, I'll be right back. I can tell you're really excited, but I think you might feel a little guilty about being so happy the day after the funeral. Believe me, I know how long Uncle Herbert worked on setting this up for you, and I know from our conversations just how much happiness this final project brought him. So do both of us a favor and be excited. The house really is amazing. I know it's been almost 7 years since we were last up there, and I'm really curious to hear just how much you remember from those summer trips. You've always been smarter than me at this kind of thing. So I'm not sure how much guidance or inspiration I can offer before your trip that will actually be useful to you. Despite my best intentions, I'm sure that on Friday I'll end up leaving you with a few of my overused cliche expressions when we say farewell. Later, alligator, dad. And then it says, P.S. Get some sleep each night. Don't spend all your time each day playing Georgia blocks. Okay. All right. Also, it is 6789, but that cannot be the password. I mean, 18. I just don't know how many combinations. There's so many numbers on this page. It could be any of them. I'm gonna take a picture of this too for physical reference, even though I wrote it down. I'm gonna take a picture of this since this is a physical item. This is worth taking pictures of stuff like this. Okay. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's the only box with a number on it? Wait, what? Hold on. Really? Okay, that's not odd at all. That's the only box with a predominant number on it. Yeah, I'm taking a picture of that dude then. This whole little ensemble right here. Okay. This room has been the most lucrative at finding stuff so far. I don't think there's too much else. Alright. Um, where is the. Was it the boudoir? We have to go back that way. I think we have enough steps to make it back. I could change the colors on the what's it called, but because I don't know what those do, there's no point. What do I think? I mean, we're gonna try it, but I doubt this is the code. I didn't think so. Clear, just in case. What's the code on this one? 345678. 345678. 345678. Okay. Just want to try a couple of these. The other, let's see. So let's try the bigger codes first. 63080. Nothing. Okay. 63022. I probably won't be repeating numbers technically, but 6. And then it would be the only other number on this is 1890. Nah. Okay. So we still don't know what the code to that is. I still think the code solution is these presents in this picture. I just don't know what each color means what, right? I don't know, like the height and what color and what order and all that kind of stuff. One, two, three. Thinking. I don't know. I think we might have to wrap this one up for the moment. I think we've discerned all we can discern. My brain is like, I don't want to beat it against the wall too much because then it'll make the puzzle harder to figure out later. Is there anything we want to do? Should we just end today? Since you don't want to use up all your footsteps. Because I've learned also, if you don't call it a day and you run out of footsteps, you'll have less footsteps on the next day. So you do want to conserve and just call it a day when there's nothing else to do. It's Christmas related. No, I know it's Christmas related. Want a clue? Yeah, what's the clue, Tam King? We can go back in there. Hold on. We've got plenty of steps still. We still got one, a safe one. Give me a clue. What's the clue? Does it have to do with the room already naked here as well? When is Christmas? Well, December 25th. Wait, that's what month is that? The 12th month? So it'd be 1, 2, 2, 5? You cheated, tempting. Cheater! What is that? Oh, diamond. What is... What? Oh, okay, it's a... Another clue, Jack. Alright. Let me write this down for the boudoir. For... Boudoir. Boudoir. Okay, found. Hold on, first off, let me put safe code. Safe. Now that we figured it out, safe, because we need to always know this code. Unless it changes, but I doubt it. Safe code is 1225. Okay, and then next is found. F-O-U. Found. Red. Found a. Hold on. Come on. Found a. Found a red letter with the number 4. Yeah, 4 circled. Cir- circled inside the safe. Inside the safe. Period. Okay. How did you figure that out, Tam King? Like, was that just a guess? Grandpa was having an affair. What is it? It's a wait. It's a letter from the Fantastic Four. Grandpa was having an affair with an invisible woman back in the 60s. How you cheated? How did you figure that? Like, did you legit figure that out, or did you look that up? Because I don't want to try to cheat too much in this game. I do want to try to generally figure it out. Because I do wonder how would we have ascertained that code. So it's a 4-number code, not a 9-number code. So clearly, so I wonder how we would have figured that out looking at that. Other than just, you know, maybe I should have thought about it. Oh, it's Christmas, so maybe I should put in what the date of Christmas is in numbers 1225. But hey, I did figure it out. I got it when I played earlier. Ah, so did you just, but did you like, I guess what I'm asking you, did you just, what was the discernment? Did you randomly put numbers in, or did you just happen to guess and go, well, I'll just put Christmas in and see what happens? That's actually a pretty good guess if that's what you did. That's pretty cool. I didn't actually think about that myself. I should have. So let's read this. Herbert, I was distraught to learn that you have chosen to omit the details of our dear Marion's disappearance from the public record. It is no surprise to me that the royal court would want this embarrassment kept as quiet as possible. But I am shocked that you have so little regard for your niece, that you would play the king's scullion and stoop to kissing the foot that treads upon her memory. She gave up her family, her fortune, and her life, and all you can do is think of your own name. Having never had a family name nor fortune of my own, I cannot personally condemn you for faltering in your commitment to make the same sacrifices she did. But for the love of God, do not wait. But for the love of God, do not by that same display of weakness clutch your petty assets so tightly that you undermine the cause that she forfeited everything to further. Our countrymen must be made aware of the price she paid, and must be made to see the color of the flag she flew as she rode into the darkness of 100 nights. To deny her story is to deny her life. If through your silence you bless this betrayal, our son Simon, your heir, ooh, our son Simon, your heir, will inherit a fortune of lies, and will spit upon your grave when he learns of your cursed foolishness. Needless to say, we will not be coming for Christmas this year, Daniel. Ah, interesting. So that must be why he set this up for me as a reprint. I'm not sure who this is addressing quite yet. But someone considered it a betrayal. Either it must be that must either be a reference to my mother or my aunt. Christmas pick and a safe with a code. Seemed obvious. That's true. I guess that's a good point. Interesting. What is that? Why does it look like I should be able to pick that up? Is that a thing I should be able to pick up, TFK? What is that? What's that gold thing? I feel like there should be. Maybe there's something that's supposed to be in here, but then maybe it's not unless I do something else first. Hmm. Also, there's a leaf symbol upside down. Everything's pointing down, too. It seems. Oh, interesting. We have a letter. Is that the one we just read? I wonder, so those must be the main story letters? Maybe that's what we're looking for? No, I was holding the gem you picked up. Oh, I just didn't pay attention. Okay. All right, let's call it a day. I think that's everything. Any more tips or hints, chat? You want to do anything before we call it a day and save it for this episode? Because I do think we need to probably wrap it up for tonight. We've done pretty good on this first day, and we'll save the second day for later this week. Because I'm gonna need some more fillers for console when we're not doing rivals or something like that. Um, when we're not doing our main stuff in PC until the Eternals is ready to do the DLC in the second half of the story, just for the fun of it. So, so what do we think, Chat? Do we call it a day? Do we end it or try to see if there's anything else we can interact with to try to get as much out of it as possible? I don't think there's much you can do now. Okay. Well, then let's call it a day and head to the next one. All right. Tomorrow you will awake and find the rooms of the estate, as well as your current inventory have been reset. Yep. Call it a day. That was some pretty good stuff that we got. Good layout. Total rooms 29. Rank reached 7. Steps taken 57. Items found 9. That seems pretty good on day one. Look how close we got to the antechamber just distance wise. We did a pretty good job with our efficiency and room space on the very first day, getting quite a lot of that done in one go. Sadly, we still didn't get the security office, which made us kind of waste the floppy disk we found and the key card. Sadly, both of those were kind of a waste, but it happens. Let's let's save and quit. Let's leave it in the save and quit, and we'll leave it at that. We'll start up on the next episode from there. But yeah, so far so good. I love this game. Like I said, I don't play too many puzzle like games or mystery games because they're not technically my normal like preferred type of game that I enjoy as genre. But this one is just so unique and has such a good story and plot and very well written with all the characters and all the nuances of the clues and the hiddenness and the puzzles themselves and the roguelike part of the game that allows you to like basically the rooms are like have to be organized. If you don't do your run right, you can screw up and not get enough clues fast enough. I'm not sure how many. I forget how many days Uncle said we had. 'Cause I think you only have a certain amount of days that you can get this mystery solved, or you'll get a bad ending. Because I think I don't know if there's three or two endings. I know there's two endings for sure. Like there's an ending where you don't get it, you don't get the puzzle, you don't finish finding the uh secret room in the manner that no one can find. And then there's the one where you do find it. But there's also maybe part of me wonders if with a game like this, there's probably a third ending that's even more of a perfect ending. That not only do you find the room, but you find out truly what this house is. Because that's the thing is too, the house itself is also a mystery that we're slowly unfolding and unraveling and figuring out that is clearly it's been in this family for a while. And I think that's our first letter as a hint to it must have been created. I'm assuming either by here's what I'm thinking, by our mother, right? His sister. Maybe my mother created this house or had something to do with why it exists this way. Maybe the whole family does. But from that letter, from being insulted from another member of the family talking about how dare you basically dishonor her memory, to basically ignore that is to basically say throw her in the gutter and what she represented and all what she sacrificed to build up this. So I'm assuming that maybe means reference to the house. That maybe she's the one that designed it, and or maybe it's his grandma. Could be grandma, because it could be the grandmother designed it too. Because he did say that the uncle gave us a tip that said grandma used to tell me, don't go where like don't just go where the door takes you, or don't try to go where you want to go. Just go there, meaning go where you want to go. And it's almost an emotional like knowing how to pull the room almost from your subconscious. And it's like so and that's also a play I think into the mystery and what it represents as well, but we'll find out. Combine something in the workshop might be a trophy. That's true. That might be. We didn't do it sadly, but that might be a trophy. It might be. It also might give you something. Maybe it'll show that you've progressed. See, there's all kinds of things that could be locked behind certain little small progression windows that we just have to figure out and problem solve our way through. So, but I really do love this game. This game is really fun. This is a really cool game for what the concept of it is. It's got like I said, a brilliant story. It seems really awesome. The mystery is good. Because a good mystery, you don't want to figure it out immediately. Do I have a theory? Yes. But I don't know if I'm quite okay with all of the nuances of my theory yet. I have a base theory, which even when I did Resident Evil stuff, it wasn't fully fleshed out when I first started making it. It wasn't until I actually dove deep enough and found all the files and all the notes from Wesker and things like that that I came up with all the stuff that I came up with. And we kind of deduced what was probably happening from the lore perspective and the side of the story. We have to use that skill here. This is what this whole game is deduction and learning the mystery of what truly the truth behind the story really is. So, and that's why also I think this game intrigues me more than most mystery games is it's kind of playing into that kind of mentality. And that's a really good like mentality for me. See past the grid. See. Don't just look at the trees. See the forest for the trees, as they say. Because it's a good game for that. It's a good game to help with that. Like if you really want to like learn how to do that a little bit better, these types of games are good for that because it lets you broaden perspective on a small scale, and then you can help. And then that, in a way, technically broadens perspective on a larger scale. So, but I want to say thank you. This seems like a really awesome little continuation tomorrow is Monday. If all goes well, we are supposed to be doing Total War Warhammer 3 tomorrow with Mad Lad James. Big shout out to him. I think he told me Monday. It's hard to keep up with his days off until he gets his main schedule that he's now setting up for his main 5 days. Which big shout out to him, and I also want to give a heads up to all the people who watch his channel. He is about to work more, so he is probably going to stream even technically less, sadly, right now. But it is kind of what it is, and it helps him, and it's going to help him achieve what he's trying to achieve. So more power to him, and big shout out to the Mad Lad Jams. Hopefully, if everything works out tomorrow, we will be checking out some Warhammer, some Total War Warhammer 3. Ooh, sorry, I was just doing something in chat. I got to do the best thing. Okay, I just got sidetracked because I looked at something and just realized that. But yeah, if all goes well tomorrow, we should be doing some Total War Warhammer 3, resuming our campaign against the impurity of chaos, to purge in the name of the faith of Kislev. Um, and we continuing with that. And then after that, we'll be going into doing more of the RTSs and some other side games that we've started, the two robot games and some other stuff, to play into what we're going to be pushing towards as I get closer and closer for Dark Ages and for Doom Eternal for us to do the DLC and the back part of the game to check out the more interesting fun levels that are towards the end. But either way, I hope y'all all enjoyed. Thank you so much for joining in on the stream tonight for some blueprints. Hope to catch y'all in the next one. I hope to see y'all in tomorrow's episode if everything works out. If it doesn't, it'll probably be a filler episode of either more blueprints or maybe something else on PC. One or the other. So I hope y'all enjoyed, and thank you so much for joining in on the episode tonight. Peace and love to everyone out there, and I will see you all in our next one. Peace and love, everyone. Bye.